rtfc.baconicecream.com.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Evercast, your weekly dose of Evercade goodness. I'm one of your hosts, Rich, from Bacon Ice Cream Productions and Team RTFC. We've got Ed, Retro KillDashNine. What's going on?
Hey, man. Very excited.
I was like,
why are you all stuttering?
We've got Crow over here. The Crow Continuum.
I think he's max headroom over there.
Yeah, maybe.
that
You
better?
two have got all kinds of stuttering
Yes,
going
it's
on.
better.
Am I coming in clear? I think I had it.
You're
I think I had
still down.
Better now. It is.
Okay.
And then, of course, we got Pete, the
Yo.
Canadian. What's up?
Yeah, man. Brand new Evercade
Come on.
only focused channel.
That's it.
I'm back.
That's awesome.
I never really left Evercade, but I'm really
Yeah, that's true. You were always here. So
And I still think it's the coolest accidental name ever.
that is pretty cool. I like it.
That's awesome.
I'm digging it. So everyone that does not know is watching this either live or on the replay, make sure you go ahead and find Pete's channel, EverCanadian. It's going to be linked down below in the description. So, just go ahead and hit that up. Show him some love.
Dude.
You got all sorts of content already. It's like, what is it, like 20 videos already you got?
Yeah, quite a few of them are in the bank already.
Yeah, it was good. It was good stuff. It's good stuff.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. It's Evercade only focused content, like 100%. Never going to be anything else but Evercade. So if Evercade goes belly up, well, it'll
Hey,
be
I'm
a
in that same boat.
channel, man. Like, I'll start hacking the Evercade and doing videos on that.
Hey, if it goes belly up, your games will still work.
That's it.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
The beauty of it
Look
all.
at this like treasure trove of cartridges just staring us in the face. I mean, like already for 2 years, it's quite the little collection we got here on our shelves. It's pretty good. It's pretty good stuff.
No, it's not bad at all, right? I was looking at it as I was doing my new series that I'm trying to figure out a new series to introduce new people to the game, to the Evercade. So it was like, I was thinking, is it Evercade 101? Is it Evercade Refresh? Is it Evercade Spotlight? So basically what I'm just doing is running through all the trailers and giving my 2-year thoughts on them really quick.
Oh,
And then I looked at what I got to do, and I looked behind me, and I said, geez, there's like almost 30 carts I got to go through.
yeah.
Crazy.
It's
And
gonna
it
be.
got me thinking, it's like, wow, it's like,
And you could be like me.
Oh,
We
man.
spent like a month and a half on one cartridge.
Yeah.
yeah, I've got a thing I'm going to do that's more aligned to something like that. So it's gonna be fun. I'm just having a blast, right? Because you know how much I love Evercade, right? So I love you
Yeah,
guys.
absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
think I plugged this in one of my latest videos. I plugged this whole Evercade stuff, Evercast stuff again. So
Nice.
I
Very
might
cool.
just do a review on the Evercast.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Hey, Pete,
That'd
did
be
you notice
nice.
I forgot to tell you
Can I
what
do
was on my shirt?
Oh,
Did you
look
notice
at
who's
that.
on my shirt?
Yeah, I
Right.
love it. Oh, that's
Yeah, Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
watch every video on Buc-ee's. I want to go there one day.
They're really
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Largest truck stop in the world, right, Ed?
Yeah, and they're really popular in Texas. But it was funny because, or if those of you who don't know, I went to Kansas City for my wife's cousin's wedding, and we went to one of the fireworks stands. Everyone was like, Buc-ee's. So it's like it's kind of like you become like a celebrity if you're like in the surrounding states. It's kind of funny. Everybody loves Buc-ee. But yeah, it's a huge truck stop, clean bathrooms, food. You can buy all kinds of stuff. They have like their own brand of coolers and all crazy.
Is that the place that's like a warehouse? Like it's you look at it, it's like, yeah, there's a gas station, but there's like 27,000 pumps, and it's like then you look
It's
at the
huge, yeah.
at the store, but
Yeah.
it actually looks like a Costco instead of like a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can literally buy anything there. And they got some of the best food that you can get. It's ridiculous. Go watch videos on it. It's like it's a YouTube phenomenon, Buc-ee's.
I want to say that they just opened one around where my parents live. My parents live down in Florida. And I want to say that they opened one down there because everyone's talking about this place that's just like massive. So it's got to be one of those.
Yeah. I figured it was my turn to derail the show.
That's cool though. That's awesome. But speaking of derailments or like trying to get back on track, let's say hi to the chat real quick because it's it's all good. Back from the Dead's here. What's going on? Lucy, how's it going?
Wait, is Back from the Dead a vampire?
What's up?
Is Back from the Dead a vampire or a zombie?
I don't think we're
I don't
supposed
know.
to say.
I don't know, but he's always here, and it's awesome.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, give us some of that Gamers United Give love, right? Only 20 minutes till the show starts out. We got you though this time, right?
Yeah.
Chris Sheridan, what's going on? Ballistic Coffee Boys in the house. Andy Davidson is here. Oh, some more. Now all the chat's like pushing me out of the way here. DJ's here. Al, what's going on, Al? Chris Chipwell's here. Lee Delve, what's going on? Phantom Fiction and Lamini Pie, what's up? What's going on? It's an awesome day to talk about all sorts of cruel stuff that went on. Oh, Mike's here. What's going on? Yeah, it was a big week. It was a huge week. All sorts of cart announcements happened. So yeah, well, there was two. But then they reran the trailers for the IRAM.
Yeah, they did.
And the whatchamacallit, the Toaplan. And speaking of the Toaplan cart, real quick, before we get into the two new ones, did we mention the fact that right in the beginning of the Toaplan trailer, Sean says that it's one of two? Did we talk about that yet?
Yeah, one of two. He meant like the other one being IRAM.
Oh, are you sure?
Did he?
Yeah, it's one of two that are being released at that time.
Oh, so
I don't
like,
know.
so
That's the way
Play
I
that
look at
part
it.
again.
Play
So
the trailer. That's the way
didn't they do
I
IRAM first though? They showed IRAM first.
Yeah, they did. But what if you don't watch the IRAM one?
Yeah, well, but he said it in the. So I went back to the second anniversary, the trailer, right?
Yeah.
And I went through and watched the show. They really did just cut the two things out, right? They cut the IRAM piece whole cloth out, and then the Toaplan whole cloth out. But Toaplan was second, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he says something to the effect of, it's the first of two, but I think the implication was that there might be a second Toaplan cart coming out next year, which would be kind of cool.
Here,
Should we run it again?
Yeah,
There
I'm
might,
queuing
right
it.
again, but
It's
guys,
the beginning.
for like Sith, there's always two.
There's always two.
Does that mean there's going to be a second Oliver's Twins collection?
Well, wait. I got the trailer. All right.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah. You got it. You
Okay.
run it. It's all
I was
good.
like,
8 more amazing games are coming to Evercade, but this time from iconic arcade developer Toaplan. One of the founding developers of arcade shooters, we're going to bring you the first of 2 arcade collections from the iconic studio this winter.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that does mean
100%.
it.
yep, 100%. Good catch, Rich. Yeah.
There's
Good
going to be a
catch.
second Toaplan cart. That's awesome,
Yeah.
right?
How did we miss that?
I know. we
Excellent.
talked about it the first time. So, I mean, that's pretty awesome. I mean, I'll take more Toaplan all day long. But that means like, so it's more than just Zero Wing and Truxton and like all that kind of stuff. I mean, Toaplan did a whole bunch of stuff, but
Even more shoot 'em ups.
yeah, even more shoot 'em ups, right? Yeah,
What?
isn't that what they're kind of known for?
Yes.
I was expecting the whole collection to be nothing but shoot 'em ups.
See, and we'll kind of get into it, but I have a feeling that Blaze listens to us. I mean, they listen to the community because we've been saying for a while like we want more shoot 'em ups. Now they just need to give us beat 'em up. So, yeah.
Yeah,
I think they're just giving. I think it's a coincidence.
Maybe. Well, so that's what we can talk about with the Commodore, but I wonder if it's did they have it planned the whole time of having a different color? Because that's one thing we've been pushing, like that they should make the computer collection different.
Oh yeah,
And they
it was a
did.
given. It had to be a new color.
saying hi to everybody here.
I
There's
think
more people
Sean
showing
was
up.
a bit coy last week when he did mention that. Like we started mentioning colors, he didn't really say anything, but
Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
that the new color would be green, just
Me
because
too.
it's
100%.
different.
I was going
I was
green.
kind of surprised to see blue because that's very close to purple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I still want to see a yellow one. Like a nice yellow, because I'm like a yellow case. Like we have
yellow
never
card?
seen yellow cases in gaming, right?
Oh,
I think
what other
they
series could they have? Isn't like console, arcades, and computers the trifecta? Is there another group that I'm not aware of?
You know what? I think they did blue to make it more like appealing to the eye, because I know like in one of the Facebook groups somebody posted like all three of the colors, and blue and red makes purple. So
yeah, that's true. But
that is kind of cool. I mean,
if that was the case, wouldn't the second one be blue and then the third one be purple?
yeah, but
works.
maybe they were thinking about maybe doing that, but then they were like, yeah, it's all good.
Either that, or they were planning to do the computer ones before the arcade ones, and it just wound up being the other way around. I don't know. Like it wouldn't be a handheld collection because we already got handheld games like the Lynx.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like, according to Wiki, which is always an accurate source, citation needed, Toaplan has 31 total games in their catalog.
Now, we talking about just arcade games because they have console games as well.
So I'm not exactly sure as to whether or not it looks like it's arcade, but I cannot be 100% sure.
You know what, Rich?
So
quick speculation time, because remember when Sean was on, I asked him about Collection 3, and he said we could do it.
That's it.
What if there's going to be
that's their yellow? Okay, there you go.
Yellow. What if there's going to be a Toaplan? What if the third collection is Toaplan Collection 3? Because I have a feeling they were maybe planning on releasing a third collection, and then they held off to release a better one.
I mean,
that would be
yellow could be standalone games, just one game.
Oh yeah.
But
if that's the case, wouldn't there be a different color for dual cart games?
Yeah, you're right.
That's true.
If they do that, then they have to save black for special limited edition.
Yeah, I think black is their color for limited, black, gunmetal black.
You know what color I think Evercade Originals should be? White.
Oh, now white's too dirty.
Well, no, because actually that would be kind of cool because if you did,
it would stand out even more.
we can get the black carts that are just like the limited ones.
Yeah.
Special event cart. Yeah, that'd be
They have lots of options for sure.
Yeah, I'd be all about that, and then have my nice little shelf with all sorts of different colors. It'd be cool. I'm all about it. So,
or you could really screw it up and order everything alphabetically instead of by number.
Yeah. So, so according to this list, the T's are like that's where we're getting most of our games from, actually, from the original arcade collection. Techie Packy, Tiger Heli, and Truxton are all in that list. Truxton had a sequel, so that's a possibility. There's Twin Cobra and Twin Hawk that round out the T's. Zero Wing is the only Z game. Snow Brothers and Snow Brothers 2 in S's with Slap Fight.
I guess all their games are arcade games. It's just that some of them have console ports.
Yeah,
like I'm looking at some games. I thought they were only on consoles, but I guess there were arcade versions as well.
I think so.
So is it crazy to think, Toaplan 1 or 2 for the unlock? If they do that, I want the Genesis version of Zero Wing, just for the all your base.
Just you get
yes, just for that. Yes, just for that reason.
Oh, white with red fonts, that would be awesome, Lucy. That would be cool. So yeah, I mean, they got Batsugun, Demon's World, Dogyuun, Dogyuun. I don't know. Yeah.
Shoot 'em up.
Yeah, and Enma Dal. Man, that's another one. I'm gonna share this screen because it's like
they should come out if they want to do shooter cartridges, they should do a Cave collection or what's the other one? Arc? No, not Arc. I can't remember the other one.
So I don't know if you can pronounce this one. It's DLO with the O with the
thing. Dio. Dio is like a god, I think, in Japanese.
Okay, got it. And then you got Fire Shark, Fix 8. What kind of game is that one? Oh, that's cool.
It's probably a shoot 'em up.
It's probably a shoot 'em up. Running gun arcade game.
Look, it's a running gun arcade video game.
And Flying Shark, we're getting that one already. Geeks, an action arcade.
That may be like a breakout, like a paddle game. It looked like.
That'd be kind of cool. Grindstormer, scrolling shooter.
Oh, the spiritual successor to Slap Fight. I didn't know that game had a spiritual successor.
So, and then let's go to Slap Fight is a vertically scrolling shooter.
Yeah.
So, Guardian, which we're getting.
That's a beat 'em up, I think.
Yeah, Guardian is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You know what's funny is I was thinking of a different game, and then I remembered. Oh yeah, it's that other game that's in the.
Don't forget Snow Bros.
Hellfire is a side-scrolling shooter. Yeah, we're getting Snow Bros 1 on the other cart, so that's good. Knuckle Bash is a scrolling beat 'em up. That'd be kind of cool. It's good in it. Published by Toaplan in Japan and North America. Well, as well as North America and New York by Atari.
Ooh, so Atari released.
There's a Snow Bros 2. Maybe that's right. Maybe
there is a Snow Brothers 2.
Okay.
There's a Mahjong game.
They're not going to put that on there.
No, God, no, please no.
Vertically side-scrolling shooter Musha.
Yes, Musha.
That'll
definitely be on the second collection if it's not on
Musha. It seems like a popular one. Run and Go to Arcade game Outzone. That looks pretty. That looks pretty cool. Like the artwork on that little guy.
So, one thing that I love about this collection, and actually it'll tie in when we go to indie collection. So, one thing I wanted to mention, and I'm curious to know the chat, like my gaming habits have changed a little bit. And what I mean by that is I've been finding with arcade games and the indie games, I've been getting a lot more I feel a lot more satisfaction with them because I can jump in and they don't take too terribly long to beat. And either you have unlimited credits or not. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I've really been liking the indie and arcade games more so than the retro games lately.
With the Evercade, wouldn't it not matter because you could just save the state anytime you want and return to it?
No, because because some game, some games just they take longer or they're more, you can still have save states, but not everyone has beaten Xenocrisis, for example. You know what I mean?
But that is an arcade style game.
Yeah. But that's why I like that. Versus some other games that may take more of your time. Like even the Renovation Collection, I've been digging and loving that. But surprisingly, with the Morph Cat, I don't know. I've been really liking that. Like some good good quality indie games.
When are they available for pre-order again?
July
probably the end of July.
Because I think it's the last this month, right?
Yeah, it says it. Yeah, we're getting new collections this month.
We're getting Galco and Jalico this month.
That's right.
Oh, we are?
That's right.
Yeah. Dude, that snuck up on me.
No,
I was thinking that was another month out.
No,
yeah, but
it's a lot of release for those, right?
They're gonna delay everything, right?
Hell no.
I don't know.
Because
the
last
collections they delayed the last ones. Yeah, they did like the last ones, but
did they officially delay these two because they're in the roadmap for July? Because I pre-ordered those a while.
No, you're right.
They are, but
right,
we haven't seen an updated one yet. I had to update the roadmap for September to October.
Video games plus.
That's what they say, right?
I just want to say real quick, Video Games Plus has redeemed themselves. It was held at the post office at the time, but I got my carts on July 1st, which was the day after the release. So it's if you want to get them a week early, fun stock, but at least as long as I get them on time, you know what I mean? That's all I care about.
Yeah.
So it's still July 29th, but I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it got pushed back another month.
They can't delay it. That 3 weeks notice is pretty lame, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would have
sometimes those things are out of control, for them.
But they would know by now.
They probably would know by now. So yeah, I'm expecting that we'll get those 2 arcade carts on time. But so the Toaplan and IRAMs are pre-order first in September for later.
Yeah.
So, but the ones we're about to talk about
Yes.
I think they are pre-order end of July for.
Can we dive into that? I'm dying to dive.
Yes.
Dying to dive.
Let's dive in. Let's dive in. We're gonna start with the dual cart first. So let's jump in and we'll roll the trailer and then we'll chat some. I can even try my I might be able to try some of the new things happening in StreamYard because it seems that we can like loop things and stuff now, so it's kind of fun. So we'll see what happens. Okay.
The music in this is awesome.
It really is.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I think the only way you could currently get this is the real cart. If you were to get the ROM, it has to be on the USB stick or Steam. So I want to say getting it on Evercade is maybe the only like real like physical media way other than the original cart.
I think there's two versions of this game, and I think the version on Steam is different than this version.
That's the 16-bit on Steam, isn't it?
It's just the original version, but I think they downgraded it so it could actually be played on an NES, and I think that's the version that's in its cart, because only Cathedral is native. So Alwa's Awakening has got to be running through an NES emulator.
Alwa's Awakening looks too good to be an NES game. It feels like an SMS 16 game.
Guys,
there's a lot of stuff going on the screen.
I've been living under a rock, but like I never heard of Cathedral until I saw this, and I'm like, this is like a Castlevania. I'm like, oh my! I was blown away by this.
Yeah, it's a big game too. This one.
Yeah, someone said something like
it's
30 hours or something.
It's definitely an NES game.
But I mean, what we're seeing in this trailer for Alwa's Awakening looks much better than anything I've ever played on the NES.
That may be true, but if there is a physical NES cartridge.
Oh, I know, yeah. But like for me, it looks like the in between of the Sega Master System. It almost looks that quality because SMS always looked better than the NES. Didn't sound as good, but this literally is probably for me the most promising cart they've ever put out.
Yeah,
it's both those games you'll spend probably more time with these two games than a lot of other whole cart collections.
But these are right up my alley. They literally put two types of games that I absolutely adore.
Yes,
they're both Metroidvanias.
Yep.
But not only that, they're modern. They're modern indie. Oh, cool. And they're, you know what I mean? Like they're really good, like polished indie. We've been needing for a while.
Like early SNES game, man.
Yeah.
Shouldn't say SNES. I mean Super Nintendo.
I mean Nintendo. Sorry, yeah. No, like this. I really wanted to play this, but I knew I would never get to play Alwa's Awake unless I played it like on Steam or something. You know what I mean?
I've got my Steam Deck, and and they're both on sale for like $3.
Yeah.
I want to buy them. But I don't want to buy them because I'm going to get them eventually on my Evercade. So.
Yeah, I mean,
Alwa's Awakening. It'll be a different version of the game, but probably exactly the same layout and everything. It's just that the graphics, be different.
The graphics, I don't know. So you say, Crow, the graphics are better on the Evercade, correct? Or are you saying the opposite?
No, they're the opposite because I think they downgraded it so it would work on an NES because that's why it's the 8-bit edition.
Oh, okay.
Got it.
Good, I'm glad we're getting that.
What it looks like now looks epic. So if they ever make a second collection, get the 16-bit version would be amazing.
Oh, I don't know if it's a 16-bit version. It's just a version that runs on Windows.
Yeah, like 12-bit.
Okay.
I don't know. You know what I mean, though, right? The better one too.
Thank you, Ernest. That is a different shade of red, right? That's not just the.
It's not burgundy.
Yeah, it could. I mean, it could be the rendering, but this is now the newer design of the cartridge.
So that's going to mismatch my burgundy, Rich. Because the original carts are burgundy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely looks lighter.
Ron burgundy.
brighter.
But even the Morph Cat and in television, their spines look different than all of the rest of the collections.
Yeah.
So
which kind of separates it out a bit. Now you can see, like, you know, the burgundy.
Are you sure about that? They all look the same to me.
I'm 100% sure.
Yeah,
like for sure. Yeah,
like you can see the burgundy.
I mean, you can't really see it if I put it on. Oh, I'm not even on camera. But
they look the same.
Yeah, they're just a little bit. Actually, I can see it in your camera.
Yeah,
just
because the top one is closer to the light.
No, Crow. They're lighter. They're not as dark. I can look up behind on myself and see that. So you can notice them a little bit more.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that. Like, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, even still, like, and I kind of like the new design with, like, it's
someone hates it on
art.
Facebook,
The art
right?
is kind of like
Yes.
wider. You're getting more of the art of the game and that kind of thing.
Oh,
I could cartridge.
Limited Run is dead to me, Ernest.
No, I could guarantee in the fan sub somebody will say like they wished we got 2 other indie games instead of these 2.
Did you guys? There's a video about Limited Run out there. Go check it out. Someone did a full documentary on Limited Run games. It's much watch for any gamer.
No, I think I watched it and I think it's a little bit biased.
Dude, as somebody who's been was with Limited Run and did a lot of stuff, I agree with at least 75% of everything said there.
That's why I said a little biased, because like I've been buying Limited Run since their second release.
But they got a little lot of stuff going on, if you ask me.
Yes.
Well, the main argument is that they are that I heard from that video was that they're only there to make a profit. And
yeah, but that's fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's every company.
but you don't lose the fact. I don't want to get on a big rant because I've ranted on Limited Run games for years, but there's some grossness going on with that company that people are just giving them a free pass because of certain big YouTubers are refused to acknowledge. It's a whole lot of payola going on there too. I'm just saying.
Who did it?
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm trying to. Yeah.
But anyway, I'm gonna stop because I don't want to get. But yeah,
it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, Video Games Plus. If you're gonna get Limited Run games, go to Video Games Plus.
I think I'll go through Limited Run.
So guys, I could see this being in our Evercades for a while. Like, see, what's great about this, and kind of what I've learned from Morphcat, and I go back to saying it's about the quality of the games and not just like the quantity. Like if I was going on a trip, I would be happy with just this. You know what I mean?
The thing with Morphcat though, it's a little like the games are good, no doubt about it, but there's just too like the bubble games like it's not my style, so it's Seagulls for me and the Wizard game. But yeah. This one here is going to be like I still say it. I think it's going to be my favorite cart they've ever produced.
The problem is I still have to play this though because I need to get the patch.
So do I dare say that like especially Cathedral is like the kind of quality game you would see like on a Steam Deck or a Switch?
Oh my god! Yeah,
it is on Steam Deck. It is on Steam Deck and it is on Switch.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. But now we actually, and I think this is what Evercade needed to push it into the next level, getting modern indie games.
Oh, dude, like I 100% agree. Like I've been saying forever, and I know Ed agrees with me. It's like the best thing on Evercade are the indie games, and it's not the collections. The collections draw people in, right? The nostalgia of playing, Link's games. They draw a big group in. I'm not diminishing that group, but for me, it's like the new stuff like this that excites me. Like this is pretty promising.
Yeah. The only thing for me is that this particular cartridge is dangerous for me. It's really dangerous because it's the same reason why it's been what, a year and a half, and I take Pico with me all the time to go on trips, whatever, and I play Water Margin and I play all the other like little pick up and play games. I have yet to retouch Brave Battle or Cannon. I mean, and now I'm looking through Cathedral, and I'm like, that's another 30 hours or something. And I'm like, I don't know.
Cannon, I've got like 15 hours in it, and I don't think I've progressed a whole lot. It's like just going around battling and grinding and stuff.
And that's the thing. It's like because a lot of people might not know this about myself and my play style because I really haven't like talked about it a lot. But I will just be dead to the world in a game like that. If I get into it and it really gets its hooks in me, I'm gone. And I'm not playing anything else. And it's like so dangerous because I'm like, oh well, and I've got the stuff I want to play and I want to do. I'll make cool little like things where I'm talking to everybody and doing my like fun little video things. But if I start getting into like really getting into Cathedral or Canon or Brave Battle, it's like, see you guys.
I was like,
with me,
Elden Ring.
With me, it
that's
doesn't
fine.
matter. You're looking at somebody who probably spent 15 hours on Treasure, which isn't even that great of a game,
right? You just jump in, and 100% fan of fiction, 100%.
Yeah,
I need to find whoever that is and put Donut Dodo on.
It's too hard.
Oh, it's so good though.
I know, but it's so
much fun. Oh, it is difficult. It is difficult.
But I don't need that one. I already got it on my VCS. So
I mean, yes, and I've got it on mine too. But it's like,
Rich, here's the great thing though, kind of like with Golden Axe Warrior. If you did get into that Cathedral, who cares? Change your lineup. You could play that every single day and have a Cathedral series. Dude, that would be.
I could.
No. He needs to finish Golden Axe Warrior.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he does.
Problem, right?
I'm not going to finish it until he does.
He
I give his tips and tricks to finish it, and then I'll go through.
He's staring at me. He's We'll
I
finish.
got something Rich doesn't have on my game gear.
Yeah.
But I've been wanting that for a while though, to get sucked back into a game like that. And so this
that's
games
cool.
like this excites
I
me.
mean, if you're looking for that kind of experience, 100%, and and I'm glad for it. I'm glad that these games exist. I'm glad that they're happening. So, don't get me wrong. It's not like, think dangerous means I don't want them. No, please give them to me. But for me, it might be a little bit before I start diving in. But the other side of this coin is I'm starting to catch up. Like as far as my series on going through and Fun for Fiving all of the collections, I'm on the better half. I mean, I went through 20 of the 30 that are available. So once I get through that, maybe I will do a series where I'll drop into a media game and then play that every Friday. That'd be kind of cool. So
is it fair to say, and I think Pete, I'm pretty sure what I'm about to say you'll agree with me, but I'm curious to see how Rich and Crow feel. Does getting like this dual cart collection excite you more than if they threw like a Konami collection? It does for me.
I said that from day one.
Yeah.
I could give a rat's behind a Konami collection. The only collection I'll take from old school, to be honest with you, is a Capcom collection that has like the DuckTales, the Chippendales. All
those games are cool.
Like Nemo's
then
Little
you
Dream
need a
Master.
Disney license as well.
Yeah, that's a double license whammy. But they've ported those games to all sorts of different systems. I mean, like, what's another port, right?
Yeah.
Years after release of the what do they call that? The Saturday morning television collection. And that collection had Chippendales.
After school,
Disney Afternoon.
Syndication, because it was Disney Afternoon. It wasn't Saturday morning.
Oh,
but I like that name.
Right.
Yeah, it was. Tailspin used to come on.
Yeah.
Rangers, Darkwing Duck.
Yep.
Oh man, I was in college watching all those.
Yeah, and in that game collection they put out, I think it was those four. It was DuckTales 1 and 2, Chippendale, and Darkwing Duck for the NES. That was the collection. And it was
I think I still
could be a collection right then and there. $20, I'd buy that card.
And don't forget the gummy bears.
You know what? First putting it on the map, like I won't say no to a Neo Geo or like a TurboGrafx.
Yeah.
To represent the genre.
I don't know if I get more excited from one collection over another. It's just interesting to see what gets put out there.
Yes.
So I'd be just as happy with a Konami collection as with this other dual cart, Alwa's Awakening and Cathedral.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they got a Konami Connect collection, that would mean that they got Konami games.
Yep. I got Pete putting his game gear up to a microphone.
Isn't that soundtrack so amazing?
Yes, it's really cool.
That's Axe Battler US version intro sequence.
Oh.
It is amazing. It's breathtaking. It's so good.
Yeah.
He's teasing Rich.
Yes, yeah. And he knows I can't play the card.
And I gotta tell everybody watching, I these boys know because I showed them pictures in my Discord, but I actually did my first ever hardware mod where I took the Game Gear I've got and put a USB-C battery pack system in there, so I never have to use batteries again, and I can charge for USB-C. Cost me $30. But yeah, I now have a fully functional recap Game Gear LCD screen with a battery backup. Anyway,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny. Like we talked about it earlier. Like I'm, kind of like what you said, Pete. Not gonna lie, when I heard before I got my Evercade, like the fact that they had Namco collections and then links, like that draw me to it.
Yeah.
But then for it to be sustainable, though, we need, and to get that like modern, like younger audience, and we need the indie.
Shovel Knight series would be.
Yeah, Shovel Knight
would be cool.
That would be a huge get for the Evercade.
Yep. Yeah, no, those are fantastic games.
I love Shovel Knight. It's so much fun. That one and Rogue Legacy. Do a dual cart with those two.
Oh, man, that would be cool. Yeah, Rogue Legacy was awesome too.
Cathedral reminds me of that kind of.
It was amazing. I can remember when I died in my car. You get permadeath in that, right? Well, not permadeath. You resurrect as your next legacy.
Yeah.
Like I'm like that is so.
Oh, so it's a roguelike. I never.
Yes, that game's fantastic.
Yeah.
But there's two of them, right? There's Rogue Legacy 2 came out. I haven't played that one.
No.
I've never heard of it.
I think there's a Rogue Legacy 2.
Yes.
I may be wrong.
Yeah, there is.
I want to say that they did go. Yeah, I never played it. I did play Rogue Legacy 1 though on a PS3, way back in the day, or is it a early PS4 game?
Huh.
I can't remember.
Interesting.
So, but I know I played it, and it was on Vita too. But
yeah,
Rogue Legacy.
And then
on the Vita.
And then don't forget, other than us getting these two huge indie games, Cathedral is native. So now, kind of shows everybody now we can have native running games.
Yeah, that's the.
Well, there was one that was native as an unlock, right?
I was going to say, was it one of those?
Fairy Fire and wasn't it Fairy Fire and Hummings?
Yes.
Fairy Fire.
They were both native.
Yeah. But this will get more of the recognition though, because those are secret unlocks. This is
the first officially released one.
Yes.
Yeah, that's on
exactly.
Yeah, but that's cool though, because that means that Blaze could be reaching out to independent developers and making their own, like Evercade carts, and who knows, maybe some of these indie developers are like struggling to find, like Spotlight or Platform or whatever, and then here comes Evercade with a cart that goes, hey, well, you put your game on this cart, and maybe it's the first time it releases, right? Wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be nice.
Evercade, debuting a game on their system, right? That's kind of cool.
Like it gets to be exclusive on the Evercade first.
It could happen,
instead of the other way around. Yeah,
it could happen.
That'd be awesome.
As long because I looked up Rogue Legacy, and that reminds me of another game I got addicted to, a robot named Fight.
Oh, yeah. I played that.
Yeah, I saw that. I know you guys were talking about it, but I actually saw that one live when I went to Too Many Games. There was a booth where they were selling, I think, a bunch of those games.
Hey, how much are these two games not on sale? Are they like at least $10 each?
They're like $10, right?
Yeah, $10 without sale. Yeah.
Okay, and you get a physical copy.
I know Alwa's Awakening is $10. I don't know about Cathedral.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of figure it might be similar in vein. So, like the value proposition is either parallel or maybe a little better.
Which is
Cathedral's $15, $14.99.
So there you go. So it's cheaper.
Yeah, so it's not bad. Not bad. And obviously they go on sale and stuff like that in other places. But yeah, I mean, getting the physical cartridge, maybe they add some goodies in there.
Tell you what, the 8-bit edition of Alwa's Awakening is on Steam. However, it is additional DLC for the original game. So to get both of them together would be almost $20.
There you go. Yeah, it's cool. That's cool. I just enjoy that this particular thing exists, like that it's happening, and this could mark really cool things coming in the future. Like years 3 and 4 for Blaze, which is really neat. It's very
I mean, what other system could you get these as physical? I mean, limited run, but you know what I mean. Like
limited run. I have a physical copy of Cathedral right here.
Right. Yeah.
Well, with that, how much was that, by the way?
Well, it was like $30, but premium edition does a really awesome packaging. And
those are cool.
Another sleeve, and
do you get instructions?
Wow, it's like there's
a manual. Yeah, there's a manual, and this is separate. But this manual though, look at this. It's gold. It's foil.
That's pretty cool. That's neat.
Maybe they'll throw in something special into the box for this collection too.
I wouldn't mind if they started the card thing, because then I'll start a card booklet, put them in with my, put them in like the proper pages and stuff.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. So, but this wasn't the only announcement that happened.
It wasn't
this week. I mean, we kind of maybe had a little bit of a discussion last week about what this one was going to be. But we had no idea what was going to be on it. So why don't we hop in over to the C64 land and talk about the C64 collection real quick. Yeah,
I think this one really it leaked last week, but this one was pretty big.
This one is, I mean, to me, this is pretty huge. And to be honest, when I first saw this, when we first were talking about it last week, it was like, oh, this is going to be a great discovery. I'm not going to recognize any of these games, but it'll be okay. Maybe I'll remember one from when I was playing, way back when. And then as soon as they start the footage, the very first game takes me back, but it takes me back to a different computer. Because as soon as I heard this theme, I was like, oh man, Summer Games. I played this so much when I was younger.
You know that the Commodore 64 version of these games is the original version. All the rest are ports.
Everything else is ports.
That's awesome.
That's
so
very
the Apple
cool.
IIe port, it was a port.
Yeah.
Of that game. That's cool.
Stage Pop Marshmallow Man. This looks awesome. I don't know what it is.
This movie monster game, that's pretty cool. I can't
Yeah.
believe
It's called Godzilla, right?
Yeah, it's actually Godzilla, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Like, how are they working that?
And then this Bruce Lee game.
It is actually Bruce Lee, but they had to take out the Bruce Lee name.
Yeah.
Why is the guy green?
Because he's a monster. I don't know.
So this sports game,
these
dude,
demons he's fighting.
this excites me because it looks like a different, weird kind of baseball.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I played that over at my cousin's house.
I love this game because it's like Moon Patrol, Choplifter.
And actually,
I
the
don't
more I
know.
looked at that one, I think I might have played that one as well.
Another
The
shooter.
Battle Valley.
I think I
This
might have
one-
played 3 games before ever in this collection.
Yeah, this one.
There may have been one that I may have played. This one.
Oh yeah, I got this on my Coleco.
Yeah,
I think
Temple
my
of
buddy
Action.
had this. Maybe not this. I don't know the 64, but I think he may have had this.
I love this game.
Gateway to Apshai.
Yeah.
There's like at least 3 or 4 of those Apshai games.
They're by Epics, I think, makes them. They're really
Yeah, Epics. Those were the games that put them on the map. Those
yeah.
were the ones.
Oh, I love the game. Yeah, they're just great games.
And then whatever.
Now this game, this is probably going to be the most confusing game to play
Yeah.
because I was looking up how to play this game and it's really confusing.
Yeah.
And Impossible Mission is another classic game.
When I first saw this, I was like, wait, they put in Zillion? Because it kind of looks.
Zillion.
I was thinking elevator action kind of when I saw that.
This one must be the one we just saw must be the
Stormlord?
rated one, right? Like they don't have the original.
No, it's definitely not the
There's no
original.
that
The original is the Amiga version of Stormlord.
Yeah. Okay. So the C64's got her dressed, got the ladies dressed in them.
I have no idea.
Because the
I
original.
I didn't even know Stormlord was on the Commodore 64 until I saw this video.
Yeah.
But what's super exciting, 01 and it's blue. So what super excites me, not only do we get this, not only did Sean say we get collections, we're getting a whole line of computers. You know.
Oh, so Dan said it's not censored. Because you're rescuing naked ladies in Stormlord.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean.
Oh, maybe we'll get strip poking in the next collection.
That's pretty funny.
And then I know we talked a little bit about this before starting. I think Crow, you were saying a lot of these games they were designed with a controller in mind, so we shouldn't have to worry. Like
I
the
know,
controller
the
should be good.
64's controller is exactly the same as the Atari 2600 controller.
That's right.
Yeah. Yep.
So we should be good.
Yeah.
I hope so, because that, because I've got the Commodore 64 Mini.
Yeah.
And sometimes you need to use the virtual keyboard to press start or enter your name and stuff like that. So it'll be hopefully it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
So Dobbs here is saying that most of the games are already available on the Mini or Maxi 64. So on this particular collection, I did a little digging, and it turns out that there are 5 games that aren't on the system itself. Right now, obviously, with the C64 Mini, you can just plug in whatever you want, through various means.
Well, and they've added a bunch too through software updates themselves. So there's like a bunch of official ones on there now. It's probably close to 100 free games on there.
That's cool.
But it's like, to me, it's like kind of silly to say, well, these games are already on the Commodore 64 Mini, because you can literally play any Commodore 64 game on the Commodore 64 Mini.
Yes.
Well, that's like saying you can play it on your PC.
3,000 Amiga games sideloaded on my Mini, but I'm still going to get the Amiga collection when it comes out next year on the Evercade.
Yeah.
Because remember, this is
easy. You don't need to hack it or anything. You just put the ROM on the flash drive and you can just play it.
Less is more. I want a curated collection like this. I don't want to have to like hunt through.
And I want it in my ecosystem because they're going to add new things, right? With the EXP coming out, so that you never know what they'll get to one day, right? I think
exactly. Yeah. So I mean, according to that list and what I did cross referencing, Lee, Marauder, the Movie Monster game, Stormlord, and Subterranea were the ones that weren't on the Mini originally.
Monster game on this? I don't even
remember too, right? Like people say, if you got the C64 Mini, you really don't need this. But if you're invested in Evercade, it's worth it. But I'll throw something else out. The Commodore 64 Mini controller is hot garbage. So at least with the Evercade, you're going to have proper controls and D-pads and stuff.
But you know what? You could plug in any USB controller and use that.
I know it's still hot, but I don't want that. I want to play with the controllers to box. You know what I'm like when I played Evercade. Like I want to use. That's why I want to wire
the Evercade controller. Yeah,
I've been literally playing everything with this thing.
That's awesome.
Well, I play with Doe because it's like, but I want Evercade one version of it. But anyway,
and not only that, we get the physical media, right?
That's
the other thing. You actually have the physical media of it.
That's true.
Yeah, and it's portable. You can play it on the handheld. You can't like really bring the C64 Mini with you as easily.
And is anybody expecting us?
This is also true.
We're Evercast. We're fans.
That's true. That is.
They want us to be objective. Well, go watch another podcast. We'll be objective.
You're saying physical media, but isn't this physical media too?
No,
I mean technically, but it's like you're not carrying that around.
Well, not technically. Literally, you have a point.
Yeah.
Literally is true.
I mean, I
get Ed's point. It's not actual physical individual game.
It's not a collectible as in the terms of the cartridge collection. Yeah.
You don't have the experience of swapping it in and out and hearing that. You know what I mean? Like people from our generation really only probably care about that.
I think I'll make a video just of me putting carts in and out.
Yeah.
Ooh. I get AMSR.
I'd love most of these games too, but again, we're talking double, triple licensing sometimes.
One thing I should mention, because somebody made a comment to this on my video. I don't know how many people in the chat are from Europe or the EU, but in the United States, the Commodore 64 was most commonly used with a disk drive, not a cassette tape.
100%. My friend had one when I was a kid. He only ever had the disk drive.
Mm-hmm. So somebody was blown away when I made that comment in my video, and I'm like, it was always this
pretty popular in the States, right, Crow?
Oh yeah, very popular. I knew everybody I knew had one.
It was much more popular than the Amiga.
Yes,
100%.
I would agree with you.
Yeah, I knew at least 2 or 3 people that had 64s at their home.
Well,
I never did.
With the C64, my buddy had, because I had Super Nintendo at the time, it took forever for games to load, and I was young and dumb and just wanted to play my games, right? So I didn't have the patience, but he loved it. Like he absolutely loved it.
I think it depended on what kind of kid you were, because I was used to with the Atari computer, I was loading games on cassette tape, so the disk drive was a lot faster. So,
100%, right? Yeah, but I mean, compare that to a cart on the SNES or Genesis, it doesn't compare.
Yeah, it just loads. Yep.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if they emulated the time it?
We were talking about certain carts. I had my purple one out the other day, purple console, my main one, and I put a Namco collection in, and it took me forever to get the cart in. It was so tight, and it's just ridiculous how hard it was to get in there.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, wouldn't it be funny, like with these games, if you had to wait for like the simulated loading times?
Well, that was the thing about this trailer, right? All of like every time the box art comes up, it's like the loading. It's like, come on, that's
Please
so
wait.
Yeah, as you know, all of that, all of those little throwbacks.
As long as you could skip
really
it.
cool.
However,
I wouldn't. Yeah, that would be a thing. It'd be like, yes, you could in this collection. You can turn on load times or whatever. Yes, please have the ability to turn them off.
well, if you want the authentic experience, also put in that hard drive noise too. So,
Yeah,
I know the Vice emulator does that. You hear you hear it through your speakers like it was a hard drive going.
That's awesome. That is totally cool. But Mark Rutland's point here, 100%. You know, like hopefully this is the start, the entry into 8 and hopefully 16-bit micros. You know, 100%. You know, and it wasn't like they didn't shy away from that either in talking about that. You know, they didn't just talk about the C64 collection.
And they said multiple collections.
Again, multiple collections. About
even if they didn't say it, it would be really obvious because they wouldn't start a new color just for one cartridge.
Exactly, right? They're not going to restart the numbering, you know, because this is Blue 01.
Yeah.
You know,
So it would be a huge get too, because it wasn't as popular in North America. Would be like the MSX or MSX2 computer, like get some of those games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Amiga if they get Amiga, because that's some of the best versions of those games, they win.
Yeah.
they get that, it would be amazing.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious, people, like if you're saying that the loading crashes, was that more commonplace with a cassette than a floppy disk? Because I think it was with the cassettes that were that would crash because it would take so long to load them up.
Yeah.
I never really experienced like loading crashes when I was over at my uncle's house. So
I'm pretty sure Jason means that ironically. But yeah,
It's not
it would be funny though.
Hey, a DOS collection would be awesome.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I really want.
Yeah.
That's like,
DOS collection?
or just
Why
DOS
not?
games, Commander Keen. That.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think you'd see something more like the Apogee collection or
Yes.
something like
Well,
that.
but that was like, and the cool thing about you mentioning the Apogee collection is the fact that they are still around.
Yeah,
like they exist. They're actually putting out new games now, which is crazy. So,
The only bad thing I want to say about DOS is a lot of it's abandonware. So I know like Blaze has to be careful of who actually owns it. That would.
well, you know what? A lot of people say things are abandonware when they're not really abandonware.
Yeah,
that's true. I mean, there's a lot of games that are actually on my abandonware that are not like they're not.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Doom was on there. It's like, come on, that's obviously.
Microsoft to have a problem with that.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, didn't we buy that?
So do we think? So I predict. So next year, I think the only red carts we're going to see are going to be indie games. I'm hoping we just only see that, and then we see the blue computer and the purple arcade.
Wow,
Could be it. Yeah, just dual carts, and I would love to see that. Like, I mean, spatter in maybe for the old school nostalgic people, like a newer collection, like a retro collection, maybe. But yeah, I'd be down with that.
I wouldn't be surprised still if we saw like the older games.
games.
Probably less.
What I would like is one more. If I were to get one more, other than Activision, for 2600, and a Magic.
And a Magic, yeah.
And Magic would be Activision.
Which would be Activision, yes. Yeah. If it wasn't all of that, I would say if there was one more, it would be Taito for me.
Yes, Taito
Arcade, though.
But I would like a Taito, like console collection, because then I would like to get the 2600 version of Space Invaders.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if they could do that, that would make me smile.
Now the question is, would a Neo Geo collection fall under the red or the purple label?
Oh yeah,
it would be its own black cart. No.
Yeah, it would be its own black card. I mean,
that's tricky. They could do a half and half.
it depends. It depends on what you were doing, right? You know, if you were doing like Neo Geo, you could do a Neo Geo Purple Arcade, right?
Yeah.
And then you could do a Neo Geo Pocket Collection and put that in red.
But I know what you mean, Crow, because then you could do the Unibios. Like, I don't know what the licensing is, and then you could have AES mode and
like I said, like we discussed, I think last week, they wouldn't do the Unibios because they would only put one version of the game on there. So they wouldn't let you be able to switch countries, or even though technically every single version of the game is in the cartridge, they can only license one of those versions out unless they want to pay extra for the other versions as well.
Yeah, it'd be tricky.
Yeah, and Andy, they're talking about the Specky. That would be another cool one to get.
Yes,
I know someone. I know someone right now. Who knows? He might be actually watching.
I don't know if it's
if it happened, they would like do backflips, like just like straight up.
I don't know if it's a computer, but we need like the Odyssey too. That's
okay. Well, yeah. I mean, that was called the video pack in Europe.
Oh, okay.
The Vectrex with the actual overlays built in.
Dude.
Tate mode.
Yes. Oh my god.
I mean, it's so many things.
What if that's like a secret game on the EXP? Ooh.
Yeah. There's so many options, right? Like imagine we're 2 years in and we've already had consoles, arcade, and now going about when do we get the C64? October, is it?
Yeah, it's October release, and that's the one. It's Alma's and Cathedral, and then the C64 pre-order July 29th.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
So the roadmap is complete now, right?
So that was the other thing, right? Yeah.
Roses.
Well, that's the thing is, I just made a guess. I made a stab at it because
roadmap. Do we have that image, Rich?
I think. Did you put it in the?
Well, I posted it in Discord. You should be able to just copy it out of Discord.
Yeah, where is it? Oh, you put it in the other Discord. I got it. Yep. Gotcha. So I'm gonna go.
Yeah, the old one had for September 3 red cartridges, I think. So or 2 red cartridges. So if one of them is the Commodore 64, that means one of them is now blue. And then it means the other red cartridge after that has got to be renumbered, unless the Commodore 64 collection is an additional cartridge, and we still don't know there's another cartridge coming out in October.
Right. Yeah,
no,
you never know.
So one or two things are going to happen, because remember, like this year we didn't get anything for January. So what they might do is they might start next year, and that might be December and January, and we get our 2 carts in December. I think that's why we haven't heard of the December announcement yet, or they're going to do a super secret awesome cart.
I didn't modify it, but Renovation and Gremlins still say March, but we didn't get that until June, the end of June. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, that was
Morphcat and Intellivision. I can't remember.
Morphcat and Intellivision came out in May.
No, something's off. Something else. The Jalico and the Galco collection. We're getting those in July still.
Yeah.
I thought there was something that was different. Oh, was it Renovation and Gremlin? Did we get that in April and not March?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they pushed those. And then, well, they technically put they didn't push Morphcat and Intellivision, did they?
I don't think so. Maybe I think they did, but I think it was updated here. I don't know. I know the only thing I changed on this was where you see October, it was originally September.
Right. Because they were supposed to come out in September.
Yeah. Okay. So. Dan said it. Yeah. 23-24 was released in March. Thank you.
Yeah. So
so that was still March, but then Indie Heroes was originally number 29, but if Commodore 64 collection is taking the place of what was originally there, then Indie Heroes Collection 2 would be 28.
Mm-hmm.
And we know for a fact that Cathedral and Alwa's Awakening is 27 because it's in the image.
Yep, it's in the image. So I wonder if they actually put is 29 in the image for.
Didn't they say that they had more announcements coming in August, September?
They announced that Indie Heroes
EXP, yes.
A box or anything for it.
But they said something about having further announcements later.
Yeah. The EXP. Remember they said bonuses, whatever that. whatever that is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I better get a move on.
So
Jalco and Jalco. Yeah.
So do you guys think now that everything is lined up, December, and then 2023 January, the cycle starts over, and they'll continue the pattern of the 2 cards, or do you think we'll get something super special in December, and then they'll choose the next 2 months? I don't know.
Well, I think that the Toaplan and IRAM might be moved back to December. It just depends on when the EXP is actually able to release.
Right.
I think.
Yeah,
that's true.
They're gonna launch alongside because
so soon, right?
they got to be in the box for the limited.
Yeah, because they never set a set date for that because they just didn't want to.
Yeah.
What does that mean, Ryan? What does that mean? A Pharaoh. What?
Oh, I think he might be saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so 29 is just
okay. So that just confirms that what I did was right on here.
Yeah, so 29 was just a
purposely numbered everything wrong. That's where we went wrong.
Hey Ryan, you're in chat. When will you guys give an update on manufacturing for the EXP? Is that something you guys going to tell us, like you did with the VS? You told us when you went into production, actual production, like nuts and bolts.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
you did it with the VS, right? They said they kind of then it turned into a shipping problem as opposed to a production problem.
Yeah.
Didn't a big ship get stuck in the canal?
That's right.
Wait, not on that list of what? When Pete said the other announcements? Was that?
Oh.
Yeah, it's in production right now. There you go. So yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
it would have to be going to production. If you look at the VS, what they originally said, it went production, I think, July because they wanted to get it out in October or something like that, and it takes 3 months. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so if there's no shipping, you never know. Make it an EXP this year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ryan slacking on the job there. Not just kidding.
And then another ship jams up.
I don't know about anywhere else, but it looks like in the U.S., logistics seems to be sort of falling back to somewhat normal.
Yeah.
Like I've been able to order things with ship dates on Amazon, for example, and they say, oh, well, you're going to get it in 2 or 3 days, and then have the thing show up sometimes even next day.
I think it just depends on where you live because I never really had a shipping problem with like Amazon or anything.
Oh, really?
That's true.
Yeah, mine got I live right next to a hub, and during like the crazy times, I was ordering things on Amazon, and then it might be 4 days before I get it.
Yeah,
some stuff I was ordering and getting it the same day.
Ryan said Depth Dire's coming next week.
Wait.
Yes.
He said, "Will there be pictures?" And then he said,
"Oh, there you go."
Yes, Andy. Yes, Ernest. So
we already see the pictures of the XP, right?
No, the prototype. No, someone asked about the dev kit. Pictures of the dev kit.
Yeah. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
You need to see.
Yeah, that'll be neat.
And then yeah, the confirmation of over-the-air updates. Like I said, that's implied because it has the Wi-Fi in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool. That's very cool.
I am super stoked for the EXP.
Yes.
The white one.
The white one.
I like the black one. I'm going to be forced to play that one probably first. But yeah, I think the white one will eventually be my main.
Nobody can force you to do anything.
I can force myself.
Nice.
You're not the boss of me, Crow.
I just basically said that. Nobody's the boss. Nobody's forcing you to do anything.
So that's cool though. Like bonus content going to be announced in September, and Indie Heroes will Indie Heroes lineup, the full lineup will be announced at some point too. So there's still more cool things to come that we might not know about yet. So that's awesome. Very cool.
Do you think with Indie Heroes Collection 2, we're going to get more on that than just the games of the month?
Yes.
That has been my prediction.
Yeah.
I really hope
they're going to do 10, right? They're going to do 10 games that we're going to be able to preview. And my guess is there's going to be 12 games on.
Imagine if they drop a game on there in the Indie Heroes that's like a game, like literally a game changer. That's probably native. It's something like, just speculating, a Shovel Knight or something, just to get sales to go through the roof. Because sales might be soft on that, just because a lot of people have already tasted a bit of the menu, might not like it, just because of personal taste. So imagine if they announce a full lineup and there's a game that convinces all those people. It's like, yeah, I have to have this.
Yeah, I mean,
that'd be awesome.
That would be a good move, Pete.
Oh, that would be epic.
Yeah, I mean,
and don't forget, there's probably going to be a bonus game, almost 100% positive, when you put in Indie Heroes.
Oh, Indie Hero 1 and 2, of course.
Yeah,
there's got to be something.
And maybe if you put in Indie Heroes 2 and like Jalico 2, I mean, who knows, right?
Didn't they mention something like the secret games and all that will be able to be accessible much easier as opposed to putting in codes in the future? That was a software update coming, right?
I think they said that if you put in the code, it would remember. You wouldn't have to put it in every time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need that. We really need that.
Yeah.
That's cool. I think, Andy, to answer that, I think the bonus content is going to be digital, the EXP bonus content.
I'm trying to figure out what that's going to be. Like, what's compelling enough about that? That's what I want to know. Like that bonus content, what is it?
2,600 Space Invaders? No, I don't know.
Weird when you think about it. It's
like, mode.
bonus content with hardware. That's
I mean, it's intriguing for sure. You know, like possibly a new feature, possibly something that, you know, like we're not expecting the handheld to be able to do or something.
Would separate it from the VS, which is probably not a good idea, right?
You know what would be wild?
Right.
What if there was like a dock for the EXP, and maybe they held, you know, if it is hardware, what if there was a dock you could get?
Yeah, I mean,
then you'd probably be able to play your Namco collection on the TV.
Yeah. Bingo! And you know,
you don't want to get them into trouble, though, right?
See, at first I was thinking that'd be redundant, but I was like, no, I wouldn't mind having that in the living room, especially if you were like if you were playing a game and you save state and then just dock it, and then you could like sit back with a wireless control, like, and then, you know, people come over, or, you know, wife's like, hey, we gotta watch something, then you can just like pull it back off. Like that would actually be kind of cool. Like if it was like under $50.
Oh, you mean like how the Switch works, where you can just pick it up and just play it portably if you had it plugged into the TV?
Yeah. And like $50 would be the price. Would be like a good price point.
Of course, bonus content is hype.
See, I love this about the Evercade. I mean, tell me what other company continues to keep having like hype like this that you care about, that doesn't let you down for promises.
So I have a question for Ryan right now, especially speaking of bonus content, but bonus content that may still exist. Has anyone asked you this question yet? How many secret codes for the VS have yet to be found out? Like, do we know how many have yet to be found out?
That's true.
Because the secret codes were like really cool, and like for the first 3 or 4 months, I was throwing stuff at the wall in the VS, and I kind of just like dialed off. I think maybe other people did as well, but there's got to be more. There's got to be more, right?
You're right. Because technically, there's only been one where you actually go into the secret menu. There's only been that one.
So, about 4 to 5 that still have yet to be found.
Huh.
It's gonna be one of those things where it's like, you know, Evercade goes for 7 years or something.
Now, is it like
somebody finally finds one of them?
Notice he didn't say necessarily that if they were games, they're just codes, so it could unlock a secret message.
Some of them were just
when
like
you're saying codes,
sounds.
When you're saying codes, are you talking about specifically going into the secret code, entering
Yes.
the code, or
Yes.
button
Yes.
combination code?
Go to secret menu, and then you know, put in a something, and then you get whatever it is, a sound, a picture, you know, whatever. So about 4 to 5 remain to be found, and more are coming, which is awesome. Very cool.
It's so much work though for me. I'm like,
I know, like, but it's so cool. Like, I love it.
Just knowing that they're there. No, I hear you, Rich. Like someday you're bored and you type in the name like Flogglefish or something, and like, whoa, a message comes up. I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I hear you.
So yeah, Dan knows a couple of them. I mean, I know some too, and I think I don't know if they put let's see.
They're on
Evercade info.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they're there. Is there?
I want to know if the one that I know is on there, because it was like an inside joke thing that I wound up finding out through the grapevine. So let's see. Where is it? Evercade.
Console, Easter eggs and secrets.
Yeah, Easter eggs.
Where are you at?
I went back to the. I'm on Evercade.info.
Here, let me.
Yes. Okay, so it is in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Where's it at on info again?
On Evercade info, it's under the VS home console, and then VS secrets and Easter eggs.
And then you got to click yes, I really want to see it.
Yeah, and then it's like spoiler.
Why does it keep bringing me to the wrong site?
So
it's just Circuit Sergey was here. Yeah.
Yep. And then Deadlock was the one that I knew. But yeah, it was just a silly picture.
I don't think I've done that. Someone
I know I did it, and I took a screenshot of it.
Did you?
I don't know where I put that.
I didn't know about that.
he just dropped one.
Type
right in the chat. We're talking about.
Okay, I'm gonna unshare.
We're talking about these, like, so.
Dude,
right.
do it.
I'm putting it.
Share your screen.
Man. I'm gonna beat you to it.
Yeah, I was like, if you're gonna share your screen, I mean, I could share my screen too, I guess.
Can't share my screen.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm kind of being lazy. I'm looking for something else.
All right, I'm
very previous, real quick, Rich.
I know it's booting. I have to
boot it up.
Boot it up.
One of these days, I need to get a second one to keep in my office.
That's your BCS.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I put on it was my scene transition in OBS. I forgot to change it.
Okay, here I go.
All right.
That's cool.
Secret.
Giving us an exclusive.
Guest. Start.
Oh my.
Huh. That's hilarious.
What does that say?
So let me see if I can here, I'm gonna solo lay it myself.
I hate Ben. I don't like Ben. Ben
granting enemy access to Soloki secret code list.
That's kind of funny. I wonder if like one of the codes would then be admin.
Yeah, right.
Or root, ROOT.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. That's neat. So yeah, you type in guest and that's what you get. You get trolled by Ben.
Now there's 3 or 4 left.
now there's 3 or 4 left. So very cool. That's neat. I like that.
Yeah, the PS5 can't do that.
That's right. Yeah, that's true. So
it's just gonna be common thing. I type in spicy. Yeah, I got it. Sometime that might be like a fun thing, or I don't know. We might have, we might have to do that on Karg sometime. Right? Just like sit back while we're
we're gonna just start typing in random things.
Yeah, just chill.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. So, all right,
cool.
cool.
It's how much of the TV show Arch. Oh,
yeah. So does anyone have anything else that we want to chat about real quick before we head on out?
I don't know.
No, Crow doesn't know. He's looking around.
I'm looking around. I have
still plugging in codes or something.
There's
the Amiga 500 mini.
The reason that a lot of the games are similar between the two is because I think they licensed them from the same people.
Yeah.
Oh,
retro games. And they also did the Amiga, so I wouldn't be surprised if there was Amiga collection. There would also be games that overlap on this as well.
100%. I agree with that.
So
100% agree with
a couple things. So what I would like to see is these computer collections, C64 collections take off, that now you have like 8-bit dough developing like third-party controllers for Evercade.
Yeah,
like how just freaking how cool that would be. Second thing I touched on earlier before, Video Games Plus is back. Again, I'm not sponsored. We're not by them in any official way, but I got these carts on. I'm hoping I'll get these other carts on time. Yeah, who knows? Maybe even early. And there was something else that's driving me nuts. Oh, I guess my next, I guess I'll talk about would be on my channel next week. Morph Cat Collection, the first look at that. So I'm pretty excited. And now for a while, I feel like, hey, I got some new and different games to play until next month. Oh, and then the last thing I wanted to say is that especially after going to an arcade and all that, now I kind of really want like a joystick, like an official like Evercade, like joystick.
I don't know. I mean, if you want a joystick, I mean, there's plenty of really good ones to buy online. I don't know what quality you're looking for. You could build your own.
That's I don't got time for that. No, either that or maybe they up the compatibility where it can just be plug and play. Like, I don't want to have to futz with the different modes. I just want to plug it in and have it be mapped.
Password. Yeah, just about anything you like I plugged into it worked. Like the Hori rep works, since it's like a PS3, PS4 controller, that worked just fine. Especially after one of the updates, it worked perfectly fine. But the Mayflash 500, not only does it work, it works differently in different modes. So if I want to change the layout, all I got to do is switch it to a different mode.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So
I want something just simple though that I can plug in that doesn't have all these modes. I guess I just want wired or wireless.
Ryan told me to search this, so I don't know what's about to happen because I've never seen this, but I'm gonna hit play now.
So it's probably a reference to the.
Yeah, it's probably the same thing. Yeah, we'll see. Oh no!
Don't do it. It's a trap.
Yeah. Don't do it. I need to refresh. There we go.
Okay.
Password. Loading.
Oh, come on.
I'm just going to refresh it. Let's see.
About to get rickrolled.
Come on.
Password. There you go, so we can see. What the heck?
That's so hilarious. I think it doesn't like it because I'm like the host of the show.
Here, put the link in private.
Yeah, I'll
chat.
put the link in here. Maybe you can do it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Everyone's about to get rickrolled. Yeah. There it is.
All right, go. Okay, I've got it. Go ahead and stop.
So that's cool. Yeah,
okay.
so
it's working pretty magically.
As he's doing it, as far as everything goes over here on the Bacon Ice Cream side of things, I will be on vacation starting on Wednesday. So there will be things that will appear. However, those things that do appear on the channel will be pre-recorded.
Password.
So.
Guest? No way. It can't be. Jesus Christ, that is just Babytown frolics.
That's great. That's great.
Awesome. That's pretty good.
I love that.
That's awesome.
And which throws me off that he sounds like Bob's from Bob's Burgers. Like that's all.
It is the same guy. It's the same guy.
It throws me off.
You know who it is? To me, it's Coach McGurk from Home Movies.
Oh, okay.
Same guy.
Yep. So that'll be pretty cool. As far as next week, as far as the Evercast goes, though, my presence might be a little bit up in the air, but people have the keys to the castle, so there will be an Evercast that will happen. I will make sure that all of the things get up there on the webs, so you guys can chat with those guys. And if for whatever reason I am able to make the Evercast, I will hop in and say hi, at least for a little bit, for sure. But I will be not only just on vacation, but I'll be out of country, so it might be a little bit difficult for me. But we'll see. We'll see how it happens. So, so cool. How about Crow? You got anything coming up?
I'm just finished Valis, so I've got Valis video to make, and
nice.
then I can finish Renovation when I finish Valis 3. I just assume that whenever I play Valis 3, I'll just finish at the same time I start it, because those games I could play through like in an hour or two.
Wow.
But
all right. Very cool.
But yeah, then it takes me like 5 days to make a video.
right.
Well, those, I mean, yeah, the amount of cool production work is put in there is pretty neat.
Especially since like almost every single one of those Renovation games has got like really weird codes that you could put in.
Yeah, that's awesome though. It's cool. Cool to get those tips.
And here's a tip. Did you know in Valis that if you pause the game, you know how you get up to the spell selection screen?
Yeah.
You can pause the game, and if you press, I can't remember what the combo is. You press like right and like A, B, and C or something like that on controller 2. You just instantly refill your HP and MP. Right there.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, but you have to, and if you don't have a second controller, you could actually just unplug it from port 1, plug it into port 2, do it, and then plug it back.
Nice.
That's totally cool. That's totally cool. That's awesome. I don't think there's not a lot of news coming, but I'd love to hear more about the games from people who have MorphCat and Intellivision too. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Those impressions are coming from everybody.
Yep. MorphCat next week, and then Intellivision 2. They're both in the fire.
Yep. And like I said, I'm about to catch up with some carts. So my impressions are at least, I don't know, a couple weeks away for sure. For me when I get back. So
that, and I was gonna say, if you're looking for something different, you guys got to check out Rich's channel because he's having some weirder than normal like indie games.
Yeah,
weirder than normal.
Question Mark Wednesday has gone off on a tangent. I went into those Annapurna games on Xbox and it's some fun stuff over there.
I finally got close to cutting up at YouTube, so that I binge watched yours. I'm like, wow, it was just. Especially that one with the ridiculous choices. Yeah, you were cracking me up during that. Yeah.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
So what about Pete, the EverCanadian? What you got coming up?
I got some cool stuff coming. I got the worst, the best coming again for another collection. I got a bunch of stuff coming next week. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Working on a few new things right now, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. Come on over and check it out.
Excellent. Yes. So another friendly reminder for everyone that's watching live and in replay. Check the EverCanadian out. Link will be down below in the description if it is not already. And make sure you guys check him out and show him some love. And get in those comments because he loves talking to everybody. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. So, with all that being said, I think that's all for today. We'll be back next week and talking some more cool stuff. I don't know. Do you guys want to talk about a collection while I'm away, or you guys will figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Hey, I got something for us to go out on whenever you're ready.
All right, sweet. All right.
Party on, dudes!
That's awesome. All right, guys. So we'll catch you later.
Later. Advocate.